Are you a giver? Do you give things to people? Or do you find it difficult to give out things to people? Do you know that giving is actually a weapon in the realm of the spirit? In this kingdom where we dwell, giving is a weapon. And you might want to ask me how. How is giving a weapon? I will tell you a short story very soon. And you realize that just giving out something to someone in need, you have actually released a weapon. The Bible says, give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, running together, shall men give unto your bosom. I know that some people, it's very difficult for them to give out things to other people. Some people, they have this gift of just giving out things to people. My name is Mary Egbude, and welcome to Godly Counsel with Mary Egbude. Today we are going to be looking at giving. Giving as a spiritual weapon. What giving can do for you. Thank you so much if you are my regular subscriber, and if you are just tuning in and just seeing this message for the first time, please don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel. It's Godly Counsel with Mary Egbude. Just subscribe so you can get to see other videos like this that will inspire you. So we're looking at giving today as a spiritual weapon. Let's just story ahead. There was this man that owns a very large farm, and that particular day he was going to his farm. And on his way to the farm, there was this prophet. There's a prophet on the way to his farm. There's a prophet that lives by. The prophet saw him afar off and saw into the realm of the spirit that there's harm. Harm will befall that man that day. And there is no way that harm can be averted. So the prophet did not want to confront this farmer. He kept it to himself. And when the farmer passed, he called his boys that stayed with him and said, that man that is going will not pass this road again today because he's going to die in his farm. There is a great harm that wants to befall this man, but there's no how it can be averted. So when he told his servants those words, they all kept those words to themselves. And the farmer actually went to his farm, was doing his normal duty, and became very hungry. And at some point, he bought bread and akara. And while he was eating that food, he saw some small children. They came around and they were staring at him, very, very hungry, looking at this man. And the man saw that these children were hungry. So he decided to give that food to these children. And those children took the food, they ate it, and went on their way. And the man finished his work that day, rounded up his duties, closed for the day, and went back home. And on his way back, he has to pass to the front of the house of this same prophet. And the prophet saw him, and the prophet boys also saw him and said, but prophet, you told us this man will not pass this way again today, that he's meant to die today, and there's nothing that can avert it. And the prophet was shocked seeing the man actually passing. And he couldn't hold his urge because he knew what he saw in the realm of the spirit, that the man was meant to die that day. So he told his boys to run after the man. They ran after the man, they called the man, and the man came back. And the prophet now asked him, did you do any good deed to anybody today? The man in question started thinking and started wondering, what did I do today to somebody? He said, no, I didn't do any good deeds to anybody. The prophet now said, think very well. Flash your mind back. You must have done a good deed. Think about it. He said, I can't remember anything good I did today, but I know that I was eating and some children came by and I had to give them my food for them to eat. The prophet said, no wonder. Now narrated the ordeal. What would have been following that man? Narrated it to the man. I was telling him, if you had not done that, you would have died today. So the prophet took him back to his farm. When he got back to his farm, the prophet started looking around, and they saw a very mighty stone somewhere. He went behind the stone, and when he checked behind the stone, he saw a very big snake behind that stone, and the snake was eating bread and akara. That story might sound very strange. It sounded strange to me when I heard it too. But you know, there are some simple things we do in the physical that actually keeps records for us in the realm of the spirit. If you are a child of God, you should know what I'm talking about. This issue of giving things to people, no matter how small, No matter, it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to do with the size. You see people sometimes when you go to prophets or you go to pastors to go and pray, they tell you to go and do good, go and share food for the poor, go and give alms to the poor. Even the Bible recommends it, gives alms to the poor. Even though I know in our present day now there are so many things that are happening around us, and because of that, people are afraid to give their money to people because of evildoers. But prayerfully do this. Prayerfully ask God every day, who do you want me to bless today? And when I mean blessing, it doesn't have to do with money all the time. Sometimes it might be a word of encouragement. Sometimes it might just be assisting somebody in one way or the other. Sometimes you might see somebody and you know that this person is actually very, very needs help. Maybe in carrying something, or maybe somebody that just give birth needs somebody to come and bathe the baby or do something. It does not have to really do with money. Sometimes it might be money, sometimes it might be food stuff, whatever it is. In the situation where we find ourselves in Nigeria right now, if you are in Nigeria, you know that we are going through tough times, and there are so many people around us that need our help. Yesterday morning, I woke up, and as I was doing my devotion in the morning, the devotion I read was saying, do good to somebody today. And immediately I lifted my head up. Name of a family came to my mind, and I said, no. Even though they did not have a lot on me, I said, no, today I'm going to do something. Do something for somebody today. It might be a cup of rice, a cup of garri, whatever it is that you can give. That thing might even pay you. You might not even have it all with you, but do something for someone today and make sure that that person is blessed by your giving. Give and it shall be given unto you. Some of us are alive because there is somebody there that needs our help. Some of us are still breathing because there's a family that God wants us to bless. Some of us are being kept alive because there's a good deed that we did. Some of us are being kept alive because there are some good deeds that our parents have done before. You never know where your children will go. You never know who they will meet. Some of the things we are enjoying today is because of what our parents have done for people before. If you are conversant with old people, you will notice that if you go to the village, if you give them things, they share it with everybody around them. I remember when my father was still alive. If I buy him soap, I'll buy him packs of soap. I'll buy him toiletries. He will share it for everybody around him. These things then gets us angry. We think is wasting resources. But some of those things is what I'm enjoying today. So are you a giver? Do you give things to people? Go and meditate on that short story. You can imagine if that man had ignored those children. He didn't give them that food, not knowing that death was awaiting him. They met that bread and akara in the mouth of the snake. How did he get it? I don't know about that, but I do know that that good deed saved that man's life. So you never know the good that you will do that will save your life. If you are the type that does not want to give things to people, you are the type that does not want to